A war medal has been returned to a Perth family more than 40 years after it was traded for lollies in a school playground. The service medal from World War II belonged to sapper George House-Smith, who died as a prisoner of war at Sandakan in Borneo.
It's been more than 40 years since Fanny Bembridge received a medal in a schoolyard trade. Now it's back in the hands of its rightful owners.
And that has stayed in this little bag for 40 years.
Really? Yes. That's a pleasure.
Ms Bembridge was 7 years old when the great-niece of sapper George House-Smith offered to swap the medal for some lollies. It wasn't until years later she realised its significance and vowed to return it to the family.
I had lost all contact with the girl from primary school. She had the name of Smith, very difficult to chase up, so I just sort of let it be until I found somebody who could help me with it.
What followed was a year of trawling through library and cemetery records. Eventually, she tracked down Don Smith, who'd had a lifelong fascination with his uncle's war experience.
I didn't even know it existed.
No.
And apparently there's, 4 or 5? Four in the set. There are 4. Now we've got, now this one is the only one that's turned up.
The medal's return sheds new light on the story of George House-Smith. Until now, his descendants didn't know he'd been a prisoner of war at Sandakan, where he's listed as dying of malaria in 1945. The family says the medal will take pride of place in their home.
It's where it should be back with the family. It feels great to be able to hand it over and to be able to make that contact with strangers who now don't feel like strangers. So it feels great.
No lollies swapped this time, but a hug instead. Claire Nichols, ABC News.